Until you treat your CV like a business proposal, you will not be able to write it in a way that pitches your abilities before any employer. Ola Precious is my name, and I am here to take you on this journey ride. A lot of people tend to forget that their CV is simply them marketing themselves before any employer. A lot of people walk into cafes, into various organizations, reach out to so many people and ask them to write them CVs. A lot of people tend to forget that document they call a CV is simply you selling yourself before an employer. But here is the plot twist. Majority of the CVs you send out hardly even gets to any human to be vetted. I know you will look at me and you're like, where's this one coming from? Hang on there. Every CV in the 21st century gets through, or majority of them, let's say 98% of them, gets through what is called the ATS tracking system. I will try as much as possible to break this down so you will understand. Due to the high volumes of applications we have for various organizations, a lot of them contained in the job description are various details and requirements that are expected to be captured in that single document you're sending out to them. Now, how does ATS come into this? It is an AI that actually screens your document out, because the ATS tracking system is simply a computer software that helps HR personnel in removing, I'm trying to break this down, I don't want to sound very complex or technical so everybody can understand, in removing those CVs that do not meet up with the requirement as well as the demands of the job description that is put out there. If it gets to the table of the HR, maybe there might be various considerations, because he might be able to read between the lines, he might be able to read through your thoughts and be able to see things that are not actually clearly stated in the CV that are actually captured there. But trust me, the ATS tracking system is a no-nonsense software. It's like, you understand, it's off. So it's very important you understand that you are not just selling yourself before a person, you're selling yourself before a computer. But there's a strategy to beat this out. Now, every regular CV starts with what I call the preliminary phases. Now, this is my own terminology. In the CV writing world, they have their own technical terms. But for me, that's what I call it. Where you have your name, your phone number, your email address. So, like I said, you have your name, your email address, your phone number, and let's say your LinkedIn link, you understand, attached to it. I think this should be more than enough for anybody who wants to get a good job. You see all those details where you have to add date of birth. Some of you add religion, others add local government, others even add name of spouse. Like, what are you submitting? It's not a biodata form. Nobody has 10 hours to keep going through your document. So keep it simplified, keep it meticulously detailed, and straight to the point. There is no need for putting the phone number of your grandfather there. The details I mentioned, like your name, your phone number, your email address, and I always advise, some people will say attach your Facebook link, your Instagram link. No, I don't advise such. If you have LinkedIn, Indeed, or Reddit link, for your own personal, you understand? Yeah, you can simply attach such. Now, let's go to the profile objective. a lot of people tend to miss out on the most important part of the CV without realizing that the profile objective should even be the last details, like an abstract in a project that should be written. Now, when I craft CVs and cover letters, okay, let's talk exclusively on CVs. The last detail I write is the profile objective. You know what? The profile objective is simply the summary of whatever is contained in the CV in a compressed manner. Here is how I write every profile objective. If a HR has 20,000 CVs to go through, and he or she, with the help of the ATS, has been able to sieve out, let's say 7,000, and let's say we have close to 12,000 or 10,000, he has to go through it. Now, you agree with me that such an individual may not have the luxury of time of going through every single experience, of going through your skill set, of going through your interest, of going through your achievement, or going through your quantified responsibilities. So what is the trick or the twerk here? The profile objective helps in projecting you beyond the scope of whatever is contained in your CV. Listen, the profile objective is simply an avenue where you get to sell yourself with few lines. Now, a lot of people will tell you, keep it brief, keep it brief. I am not a fan of keeping profile objective brief. No. In 1 minute, I should be able to convince anybody reading that CV that the CV is what's going through, that I should be considered for the particular position. So, the regular voice says, a purpose-driven individual who has been in so sector for like so number of years, willing to work with an organization where his or her skills and technicalities are required. Also, I bring my abilities, my experiences to the table. I hope I'll be considered. Thank you. Who on earth will consider this as a proposal? I might choose maybe to drop few on profile objectives so you can see what I'm actually talking about. Now, take note. You will have to sell yourself with every profile objective as much as possible. I know people who have been considered for various positions without even necessarily having to go through the detailed CV, because I've had the opportunity of working in HR and I'm doing few recruitments for various organizations at some point in time. Now, you may not have the luxury of time of going through all those CVs, but that profile objective, give it all you have. That is the best pitch for your business proposal. The profile objective gives your CV enough credence to be considered. Sorry, this is not unnecessary tautology. I'm simply giving you guidelines and step by step. The modus operandi for understanding how to go about writing your CV. Ensure your profile objective sells you. You will need to do it at all costs. In fact, if it takes you 10 hours, if it takes you 15 hours to be able to come up with this, for every part of your CV you can work on other things, you can put it together. But the broad objective simply compresses your experiences in such a way that it does not just talk about what you've done, it talks about what you can do, the potential in what you can do, and the advantages it brings to any employer who wants to employ you. Now, during our next video, we'll be considering all the important key topics or sections of the CV, like your skills, your achievement, your experiences. And trust me, it's going to be a jolly ride you will not want to miss. Ola Precious remains the name. Ciao.